Busakwe.
That's Kaya Busakwe for you. Brian, 32 years of age, as I said earlier on. He lost his last fight against Kane Fori. He was stopped in the third round of a 10-round fight. And his overall record is 7 wins, all by KO, 3 defeats and 1 draw.
And Peter, the biggest thing of this man getting into the ring now is the man behind him, Norman Schlabani, his trainer.
Yeah.
One of the greatest trainers to ever live in this country, Norman Schlabani. Trained the great 3-time world champion Dingaan the Rose of Soweto, Tobela. And who hasn't he trained? Who hasn't Norman Schlabani trained?
That's why
Norman's his trainer.
Also.
Correct.
And making his way into the ring now, Aphiwe Mboyiya.
They comes in now. Aphiwe Mboyiya, Brian, as we said, very, very experienced. 17 wins, 8 KOs, 5 losses, and 1 draw. Aphiwe Mboyiya, he's rated number 3 in South Africa. He's, goes by the nickname of Babyface.
Yeah, like you said, he's got all the experience in the world from Amalinda and Pee-wee Swagger in Mboyiya.
The referee for this bout is Ospiwo Mbini. Our judges, Judge Matakani, Judge Mkile, and Judge Ngotwana. Let's get to know the fighters a little bit better. He's fighting out of the blue corner. He hails from Gauteng. He weighed in at 59.95 kilograms with a fight record of 11 fights, 7 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, and 7 knockouts. So all those wins via knockouts. He's fighting in the white and red trunks. It is Kaya the Destroyer Busakwe. And in the red corner, he weighed in at 60.90 kilograms with a fight record of 23 fights, 17 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 8 of those wins coming via knockout. He's fighting in the black, red, and silver trunks. It's Aphiwe Swagger Mboyiya.
Referee Sipo Mbini gives the guys their final instructions for the first bout of the afternoon here in East London. As we said, Carbo Boxing Academy, in partnership with Carbo Promotions, Supersport and Premier Hotels, proudly presents Battle of the Nations here in Buffalo City, East London. And I'm live with Peter Leopeng. We've got 6 fantastic fights today, Peter. This is the first.
Yes.
The fight's been stopped quite early.
Right, you see the referee there fixing the trunks of Busakwe. Aphiwe Mboyiya, Brian, coming out of this southpaw stance.
Yeah, he's a terrific fighter. Seen him a lot of times in this very ring. Lots of experience. Lost 5 times, but he's kind of one of those guys that his record's even better than what he is. 23 fights, 17 wins, 5 losses, but he's lost to some good guys. Fights out of the southpaw stance, as you said, Mboyiya.
But what about Kaya Busakwe, Brown? 7 fights, 7 wins, 7 knockouts, 3 losses, all by knockout. So he either gets knock you out, this guy, or he gets knocked out.
Yeah, well, you get those kind of guys, Peter. But he obviously is a heavy-handed kid from Gauteng, Kaya Busakwe. And we'll see what he can do with this tough southpaw in front of him, the experienced southpaw in Mboyiya.
And his trainer, as you said, Brad rightly pointed out when he started here, the legendary Norman Thabani is in his corner. So that must give him some confidence.
Yeah, a lot of motivation, Peter. I mean, when you've got a great trainer in your corner like that, it's got to motivate you without a doubt. I mean, you know that he's been in there with proper world champions, and he's your trainer.
He's your trainer, exactly.
Back to the action, a good left hand there from Kaya. Oh. Throws a good right hand down the middle as well. Obviously been told by Norman Slabani, bomb the right hand for a southpaw. And that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah, the answer to a southpaw is a straight right. But then equally for a southpaw, the answer to an orthodox is a straight left.
Yeah, it works the same way. You just got to move the right direction and you've got to throw the right punches. Of course, the viewers that don't know by now, that are just started watching boxing, maybe a southpaw is a guy that puts his right foot forward, and an orthodox is a guy that puts his left foot forward. So they're completely opposite.
Yeah, and there's been a lot said about the way their feet interact. Apparently now you have to have your feet outside your opponents. Does that really work, Brian, or it's just a myth?
No, absolutely, Peter. Because if you get your foot on the outside of your opponent, you're getting the advantage.
Right.
So that's where you need to be. If your foot's on the inside, your opponent's going to have the balance over you. So for both fighters, works exactly the same way. Try to get your foot, your left foot or your right foot, which if you southpaw orthodox, on the outside, and that's very important.
It's very, very important. And
good opening round, nothing much in that, Peter?
Nothing much really. So how do you score it? 10-10?
Yeah, I don't like to make too many drawn rounds in boxing. I like to make a decision, but that really was close.
Yeah, it was very, very close.
Some guys don't throw a lot of punches in the first round, and then you need to score it kind of 10-10. There we see trainer Norman Slabani, assistant Peter Malinga in Busakwe's corner. We've just spoken a lot about Norman Slabani. And we haven't even spoken enough about him because he deserves all the credit in the world as one of our superstar trainers. And the fact that he's still going, Peter, is amazing. I mean, he's not a young man.
He's not a young man. He's
still there in the corner. It's amazing.
Yeah. This fight scheduled for 6 rounds. It is in the lightweight division. Apiwe Swega Mboyiya against Kaya Busakwe from Gauteng.
Well, if you just joined us, we are in the second round of this lightweight contest scheduled for 6 rounds. And Apiwe Mboyiya against Kaya Busakwe. Busakwe is in the white shorts. He's the orthodox fighter coming up from Gauteng to face the highly experienced Mboyiya, the local man from Amalinda.
Yeah, we are talking about his last fight. That was in June this year, where he got knocked out in the 3rd round by Kane Foree. But then Kane Foree, undefeated in 2 fights and 2 knockouts and 2 draws. A very, very good prospect. So it's not really a bad thing to have lost to Kane Foree.
Well, it looks like he's taking everything now that Mboyiya is trying. So far, so good.
And what do you make of the pace, Brian? These guys are just fighting the lightweight. The pace, is it the right one for a 6th rounder?
The pace is not bad, Peter, I must say. I mean, we're only in the 2nd round, and it's both guys have thrown lots of punches. Both guys are fantastic physical condition.
And they are experienced too.
And they're working. They're doing what they've got to do out there.
Busakwe fighting going forward. And Mboia fighting on the back foot.
Yeah, Mboia is trying to draw his man in. Most southpaws you'll find are counter punches, fight off the back foot, like Mboia is doing right now. They draw their man in, and then they take him from there.
But again, Brian, the choice of the rounds, only 6 rounds. Is it really appropriate for these guys at this level to be fighting a 6-rounder?
Yeah, well, a 6-rounder, like I think you're trying to say, Peter, you've got to have more work rate, because I mean you've only got a couple of rounds. You've got to climb in and work. You can't be on the back foot waiting to counter punch too long. You know, the work rate, as we say every time we commentate, I'm always gonna say, is so important. It's all about work rate. You've got to throw punches till you can't throw anymore. Exactly. And obviously try and hit and not get hit back. So that's the whole idea of the art of boxing, is to hit the guy and not get hit back. But you've got to throw lots of punches, of course. That's what wins fights, is work rate.
Exactly, and impress the judges. And talking about the judges, the 3 judges at ringside, Matakane, Mkile, and Ngodwana.
Well, if you remember the great Sugar Ray Leonard fighting Marvin Hagler as a middleweight, people thought Marvin Hagler was winning the fight, but for the last 30 seconds of every round, Sugar Ray Leonard just threw those flurries, that speed, that he threw those punches in bunches, and he won the fight.
He won the fight,
and
that's right.
Possibly the judges gave him the round for that last 30 seconds. So it's really important to have a big work rate in boxing.
Right, round number 3 coming up. And there's the win ratio, Brian, for Mboia. TKO 25%. And split decisions, never been in a decision, and KO 8%. You can see now the slow-mo coming up there. Look at the now long reach from Busakwe, reaching Busakwe reaching Mboia before he could come in and missing with that straight left from Busakwe. Boom.
Peter Leping, who you got after 2 rounds?
I have Busakwe really just 1 point ahead.
Okay, cool.
We'll see.
Round number 3 of this lightweight contest, scheduled for 6 rounds. And of course, as I said, Carver Boxing Academy, in partnership with Carver Promotion, Supersport and Premier Hotels, are bringing you the fights of your lives down in East London. Battle of the Nation. Good left hook there from Pukawa.
That punch really shook Busakwe. You could see his knees buckled a little bit there. And don't forget, Brian, that he was knocked out in this very same round in his last fight against Ken Foree. Are you going to see the same thing happening in this fight?
Well, time will tell. Mboia is looking good. But both fighters are throwing lots of punches. Nice jab from Busakwe.
Like we said, Brian, very interesting thing about Kaya Busakwe. He either wins his fights a knockout or he gets knocked out himself.
It bums you out.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't wobbled in this fight. Come all the way up from Gauteng. Wants to get a win. It's a little bit easier for guys coming up from Gauteng to fight on the coast.
Yeah.
You know, the coastal air gives you more air, you can breathe better. So it's tougher for guys actually going up to Joburg, where the altitude is high. So a guy from Gauteng is not going to have a problem coming here to fight. I'm talking about breathing-wise.
Yes, you're right, Brian, because going up the notorious altitude at Johannesburg, we saw what he did to, for instance, to Leonard Lewis when he fought Hasim Rahman.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, good right hand there again from Busakwe.
These guys are throwing bombs now, Brian. Busakwe is saying, you either take me out or I'm going to take you out.
There seems to be doing a little bit better on the outside is Busakwe.
Yeah, obviously, he's a taller boxer, Brian. He's got a longer reach. So it makes sense that he'll want the fight, to be fought at a distance.
Well, for a guy with so much experience in Ampiwe, Amboyia, he should be working more.
Break.
He's taking his foot off the pedal a bit early in this fight. We're only halfway.
And as we said, it's only six rounds. So this guy really has got to be stepping it up now.
Stop.
Yeah, you know, you just wonder, Peter, when these youngsters now, they're fortunate they can go watch their fights back on, because it's live on television. They can watch their fights and they can look at it and see where they're going wrong. I would think they watch a fight like this and they see that not enough punches, especially for a guy like Amboyia in the third round.
Yes.
Let's say he loses the fight. That's going to be the reason. You know, you must look at it and say, well, you must go out there and work.
Yeah, no, you can say, look.
It's not a sparring session. It's not a stage play. Sorry, Peter.
Yes, yeah. There you go, Brian Busakwe, 64% KO ratio. Yeah, he's really a big puncher, this guy. Win ratio also to 64%. Rounds 1, 50/88. That's Kaya Busakwe for you.
You see the slow-mo action in round number 3.
Round number 4.
Still a tight fight. Nothing in it.
Box.
Just reached the halfway stage, Brian. 3 more rounds to go, including this one. But he's already showing his experience, Brian. You can see now, he just steps in. He throws a punch and immediately, you know, moves to the side now to avoid that big right hand there from Busakwe.
And he's counter punching nicely with his own right hand. Amboyia. He's got a nice jab. Just needs to step a bit with that jab. But he's got an excellent jab. Yeah, good work from the local man, from Amalinda.
Yeah, Brian, we spoke about the losses of these guys in their last fights. Amboyia losing his last fight against Chifu Munyai. That was in April this year.
Okay.
It was a split decision, though, the loss for him. It wasn't that bad, but Busakwe was knocked out in the 3rd round. So he's managed to go past the 3rd round, so he must be feeling confident.
He looks pretty good right now. It's a very even fight, actually. Tough fight to judge.
Mustn't be too much, please.
Busakwe needs desperately to win now, Brian, to get back on the winning trail. It is not easy now, losing a fight and then coming back and winning 2 fights in a row. So he's going to try very much to win this one, to make up for his loss in his last fight.
Very much one for you, one for me right now. Oh, good punches, brilliant punches from Amboyia. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, round number 4. Oh, now he's working his way back.
Yeah, now it's really getting onto this. And I get in the last round. So at the way it's going right now, Amboyia is winning this round. And after this round, definitely he'll be 1 or 2 points ahead.
Fight's got a bit scrappy though. Both guys need to get on the outside and get a bit neater, but a bit more skill. They're a bit wild.
Seconds left in round number 4.
Oh, massive left hand over the top from Ampiwe.
Time.
He's getting nailed here. Kaya Busakwe.
Good round for the local man, Ampiwe. Amboyia.
And Brian also should mention is the fact that Busakwe is assisted in that corner by WPU, former WPU welterweight champion. Melvin Mananquil from Philippines will be fighting this man that you are seeing in the picture right now, Mpumelelo Shabalala. That is the next fight coming up. And there's Melvin Mananquil from the Philippines. You know, you watch these guys, Brian, fighting, you can't help but think of Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, we always do, eh? But I suppose everybody wants to be Manny Pacquiao. But these guys can fight, and Manny Pacquiao has taken boxing in the Philippines to the next level.
Yeah, he's taking
So there's really tremendous fighters coming out of there. There must be lots of boxing gyms thanks to Manny Pacquiao.
Round number 5.
And that's what we have here today, Battle of the Nations.
Battle of the Nations.
South Africa against the Philippines almost. But of course, we've got a guy from Namibia up a bit later against the exciting Kafu.
Round number 5, Brian, penultimate round. Kaya Busakwe in the white trunks against Apewe Mboyeya in the red and black trunks. Well, on our unofficial scorecard, Brian, we have Mboyeya winning this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. He's fighting a good fight though, Kaya Busakwe, but not good enough at this stage.
Like we were saying, Brian, earlier on, Norman Tlhabane is assisted in the corner there by Malinga brothers. Peter Malinga, former WBU welterweight champion.
Yeah, terrific corner, Peter. Imagine being a young fighter and having guys like that in your corner. It's really inspiring, because you know they've done it all. Back to the action here. Mboyeya is fighting a good fight now. He's found his range and his rhythm, and he's got that smooth southpaw style going nicely for him here in round number 5. Using all that experience he's got.
Yeah. He's really getting through now and even getting the crowd excited.
Well, good right hand down the middle from Busakwe. But he's running out of rounds and he's not landing on the target. He's just allowing his hands to go.
Apewe Mboyeya is fighting beautifully, Brian.
Yeah, he definitely is good.
I think he's cruising really to a point win if it goes this way.
Well, he's perfecting the art of boxing now. He's slipping and then he's hitting, slipping and hitting, which is a perfect southpaw counter puncher.
Yeah, like
And he really looks smart here in round 5.
And like you always say, Brian, the story here is to hit and not get hit. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely. And if you are... Oh, and down he goes! Unbelievable stuff here in round 5. Mboyeya, we were just saying how great he's looking.
7.
Oh, I don't think he's going to make it
8,
either.
9.
Unbelievable stuff. It's all over.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Busakwe has knocked out Mboyeya, who have been behind on points on a 6th-round lightweight contest. Peter Leopold.
Brian, we did say it. It's that this man, you either knock him out or he's going to knock you out. That's what it is.
You said it over and over, Peter Lepping. You got it spot on. The guy can crack. You can never underestimate a puncher.
You cannot.
He was behind on points, Kaya Busakwe, and all of a sudden, boom, there was a bomb. We'll wait for the slow-mo reaction to show you.
Or
But
it
wow.
needed just one punch, Brian. One punch to finish it all, and this is how it came about.
Sets his man up. It's a right hand. It's a straight
right hand.
right hand down the middle, on the money, on the button. Here it comes one more time. Bow! Whoop! On the middle of the chin. That's why you got to keep your hands up in this game. Wow. And you never know what's going to happen in the fight game.
Kaya Busakwe, Brian.
Just look at this right hand down the middle. Whoop. Yo. And it's all over by the shouting.
Look at the shock at the face of that.
That's the local man that was actually winning the fight.
He was winning the fight.
He was looking good. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. Kaya Busakwe, congratulations to the man from Gauteng. What did we say about Norman now?
Exactly.
He's the king.
Yes, and he's the man that lost his last fight by knockout in the 3rd round. Now he comes back now here and reverses the whole situation. Well, what a punch, Brian.
What a punch. And Norman Tlhabane is his trainer, and wow.
Yeah. Now, question for you, Brian. Was it your favorite 6-inch punch or what?
I like the left hook personally.
The left hook, yes.
But a straight right.
A straight right, yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
You throw the straight right and then you follow up with a left hook. But he didn't even need to follow up with a left hook. The straight right did the business.
The local crowd is in shock, Brian. Their men have just been knocked out. That's the man in your picture there. Mboia just got knocked out cold
Yeah. And
by...
sadly, in boxing, somebody's got to lose, and the guy that was winning actually is the guy that lost.
Yeah, no, he was winning. He was winning the fight. Now, gonna hear the official time of the stoppage from our ring announcer, Carol Shabalala.
Well, what a great start. That's the first bout of the afternoon. I thought it was a bit boring for a while as a commentator, and bang, all of a sudden, excitement all over the show here.
All smiles now from the corner of Kaya Busakwe.
Of course, Carol Chabalala, our ring announcer, doesn't have to count up the scorecards for this one.
Yes, yeah,
We know what the results are.
Yeah, it makes it easy for the judges also now. They didn't have their scorecards now are irrelevant now.
Scorecard doesn't count now. Roman Slabani in picture, the famous trainer. As I said, he trained the great man, the Rose of Soweto, 3-time world champion Dingaan Tawela. And of course, as you said, he trained many other great fighters like Hands of Stone Ledwaba.
Yeah,
And
Brian,
he's got another victory.
yeah, we're waiting just to hear the time of the stoppage. And let's cross over now to Carol Shabalala for the time.
Well, this bout comes to an end. 2 minutes 31 seconds in the 5th round. And this time, of course, given to us by timekeeper Zola Naki. The winner by knockout is the destroyer Kaya Busakwe.
2:57, Brian, in round number 5. The destroyer Kaya Busakwe living up to his nickname of the destroyer. Yeah, he just destroyed his opponent Apiwe Mboia.
And like you were saying, Peter, he got knocked out in his last fight. So what a terrific comeback and knock a good fighter out down in East London. I mean, he wasn't supposed to win. He came as the opponent, I would think. And, wow, he turned that around.
100% knockout ratio. The next fight, Melvin Mananquil against Mpumelelo Shabalala.